Hello. Blind Pew here. This is not a normal transmission, but rather a brief, but interesting, news transmission. Whilst cruising here in the Eagle Nebula, many thousands of light years from Sol, I met another commander. This commander was testing a brand new, previously unseen, spaceship concept. Turns out he works for a company that will be marketing that ship. The interesting news he shared with me was that, when we get our next common upgrade to ship systems, to version 1.5, several new spaceship designs will be released to market at the same time. He was able to give me a preview of these new ships which I can now share with you. First up we have the phenomenal Federal Corvette. Just look at that. 2 huge hardpoints. I feel inadequate already. A similar size to the Anaconda I understand, but slightly more combat focused, but as a result, perhaps less flexible. What can I say? Utterly astounding. Okay, but that was not the only new ship. In the same size category but this time from the Empire we have the remarkable Imperial Cutter. So much space on the bridge. And, as expected, the flowing lines we have come to expect from Imperial vessels. Again, similar size to the Anaconda and quite fast I understand, but, perhaps, less maneuverable than its rivals. Superb. Just look at the detail at the stern of the ship. But there is more, so much more. In the smaller ship categories we have the marvelous Cobra MK4. Similar to the Mark III that we already know but with better firepower and armor, though that taking a toll on its speed. Just look at the placement and focus of the hardpoints. One extra over the Mark III I see. You would think that's enough. But it isn't. Not by a long shot. Next up we have the Sensational Viper, Mark IV. Similar again to the Mark III that we are already familiar with, but this time, I understand incorporating more defenses, better power plant, better jump range and, as you can see, a badass image. Something has to give though, and that, like the Cobra, is the speed I understand. And yet, there is still more. Are you a trader? Fed up with those pirates ganking you? Well, next we have the prodigious Keelback. Similar to the Lacan Type 6 but this time boasting 2 medium and 2 small hard points with extra defenses. Internal space will be worse though. And finally, though, by no means, the least ship here. Fancy joining me out here exploring the furthest reaches of our galaxy? But can't quite find the credits for a fully kitted out Asp Explorer? Well, now you have the option of the Asp Scout. A cheapy Asp Explorer, with fewer internals, and fewer hardpoints, but still a great jump range. Who needs all these lasers when exploring anyway? And, as you can see, the classic Asp look, in my view, this new series of ship designs is really very interesting and we should all look forward eagerly to their release which will coincide with our ship systems upgrading to version 1.5 shortly. Thanks again to the mysterious commander I met out here in the Eagle Nebula who shared this news with me. But wait. One more thing. There was some brief footage of the Federal Corvette landed on a rocky moon. Take a look at this. It really gives you a sense of the size of the vessel. Of course it also shows a ground vehicle from which the view is taken, but that is a whole separate piece of news. Just look at it. Magnificent. Whoa. Look at the size of it. Really imposing. For now, good luck commanders, and I will see you out there. Identified as an icy body. basically a lump of ice and rock. At least it has rings. I shall name this planet, Planet Blind Pew.